Hello ladies and gents, it is Ice Lobster and I will be going over the Starcraft 2 October tournament results. This will contain spoilers and list the recent outcome of recent tournaments of October, because it is the October tournament result list. So without further ado, October has been a pretty exciting month. There was the IPL 3, also known as the IGN Pro League, IEM New York, MLG Orlando, GSL Finals, Blizzcon 2011, and the ESCC 2011. So basically, lots of money. Alright, so let's start with the IPL 3. Overall, it went very well. Everything was smooth, good streams, players had minimal problems, if any. So, to all the people who put the IPL 3 together, you did a fantastic job. Anyways, onto the tournament itself. It contained many top players including Idra, Slayers MMA, Whitedraw, Stefano, and so on. In fact, Stefano went on to win first place. He was then followed by FXO Lucky in second and Slayers MMA in third. And let's not forget our fourth place player, who was OGS, the STC. Now, if I'm correct, Stefano got $30,000 for first place, which compared to other tournaments is really good. So anyways, fantastic job, IPL. You are doing a great job. Alright, so on to the next tournament. The next tournament was IEM New York. This tournament maintained less attention due to the fact that it was during MLG Orlando. They were on the same weekend, and MLG Orlando had a better selection of players. Regardless, the top four players were Dong Regu at first, Fruit Dealer in second, Killer in third, and Gator'd in fourth, with first place being $6,500. Overall, it was fun to see Fruit Dealer placing well again. It seems like he's fallen off the radar ever since his first victory in the first GSL. However, while this tournament doesn't have the highest end players, it still had some very solid pros. So pretty cool. Now, on to Orlando. This was an intense tournament, lots of great games and players. I ended up watching a majority of this tournament and thought it went very well. In fact, it's insane because Huck won first place. This is insane because basically in the past, Koreans have dominated like all the tournaments. They're always in like first and second place and all that stuff. So to have Huck win it, who is from Canada, was pretty cool. He won MC, and yeah. So I'm actually going to go into the results right now. Huck was in first, obviously, followed by MC in second, the STC in third, and Idra in fourth. Now, I personally was very impressed by Idra because he sort of was playing kind of poor for a while, and recently in this tournament he really showed himself that he's actually becoming very strong again. So, for example, his series vs Bomber was pretty crazy, really good games, and yeah. In fact, MC's also been doing well because he was recently kicked out of the GSL Code S, Code S being the highest rank in the GSL, and the GSL being the top Korean tournament. So he's trying to work his way back up and get back up to the top. And yeah. Oh, so before I move on, I want to also mention that Marine King Prime got 5th place, and he was actually flown out by Reddit, which I thought was hella cool. So I just needed to mention that. Anyways, onto the GSL Finals. For the first time in GSL Finals history, it was held outside of Korea. In fact, it was held at BlizzCon this year. And the crowd at BlizzCon was incredible. They were really, they brought a lot of energy to the scene, and I think it was just really good outcome overall. So it was I'm MVP against Slayers MMA. Now, MVP had the obvious sort of, I don't want to say favorite, but people definitely thought he had the advantage, because he's considered to be possibly the best StarCraft 2 player at the moment. So that means a lot. But MMA was the crowd's favorite and fan choice, and MMA actually showed some amazing games. He played incredibly well. He was actually able to take down MVP and win the GSL. So some very good games overall. MVP seemed a little bit off. However, MMA looked like he was playing his absolute best. At least as far as I can tell, he played really well. So it's also possible that MVP was worn out from playing the BlizzCon tournament all day, whereas MMA just got a rest and focus on one game, well, one set of games, one tournament, whereas MVP didn't get to do that. Regardless, both players are fantastic, and it was pretty exciting tournament. So Next up is the BlizzCon, the actual BlizzCon tournament. There were a lot of complaints over the map pool because basically the maps are like ladder maps with close spawns, and the tournament also only had 2 Protoss players, the rest being Terran and Zerg, mainly Zerg. The finals consisted of I'm Nesty against I'm MVP, which was no big surprise because Nesty and MVP are generally considered the 2 best StarCraft 2 players at the moment. So MVP actually went on to win it, and ST getting second, which was probably really nice for MVP due to the fact that he lost the GSL. But regardless, the team Incredible Miracle got both first and second place in the BlizzCon tournament. So that is pretty awesome. And and this is a long list of tournaments. We have a lot going on in we have had a lot going on in October, but the last tournament is the ESWC, also known as the Electronic Sports World Cup. I suppose I could have left it to the ESWC, but I personally really like to know what the letters stand for. That's what I look for in life. I want to know what the letters stand for. Anyways, the ESWC, Stefano went on to win it, and he beat Mouse Mana 3-1. I almost said 3-2. It's 3-1. So I don't know about anyone else, but Stefano seems to have come out of almost nowhere, and he is just beasting his way to the top and very fast. The prize money was for first place, it was 26,000, second 12,000, third 8,000, fourth 4,000, with Marine King Prime taking third and Grubby in fourth. Now, from what I've heard of the ESWC, it sounds like it wasn't a very good tournament. It sounds like it was a pretty big letdown. It wasn't very organized, and I've heard from both the Starcraft 2 community and other gaming communities that it just wasn't put together all that well. So I feel like the ESWC needs to really get their act together because they've fallen short a lot, and organizations like MLG and IPL have been doing really well. From my understanding, IPL is actually the friendliest and most organized tournament, and MLG would be about the second, I think, because MLG has actually done far better than they used to. So anyways, that was pretty long. I've been talking for days now. Hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you are up to date on the competitive StarCraft scene. One more thing to mention is that it appears that the StarCraft 2 Brood War players have actually been practicing StarCraft 2 and will be joining in soon. So this makes me super excited, and those guys are known to be on a whole nother level, so hopefully they can bring StarCraft 2 up a notch and give us like incredible games. That's what I want. I want games that are so intense, like by the end of it you age like 20 years. So that'd actually be very weird. The StarCraft 2 community would have, but regardless, if you like this video, please let me know, because I can continue this in the future. In addition, please subscribe, like, etc. While I don't like asking for it, it does help motivate me and focus on just like YouTube videos in general, because I am a student and sometimes I get reasonably busy and I don't feel like making content and whatnot. But I really enjoy the gaming scene, and I really like where it's been going. So I thought having a video to put all this stuff together would be really cool, because I don't know if I've really seen it yet. So anyways, hope you all have a good evening and stay beautiful. This has been Icy Lobster, and I will see you guys later.